Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial. If you have opened Weavy AI recently, now officially known as Figma Weave, you probably look at the blank dotted screen and saw the word nodes and immediately felt overwhelmed. I get it because it looks like rocket science sometimes. But I promise you, it is not. It is just like a detailed Lego. Instead of typing a prompt into a black box and hoping for the best, Weavy is gonna let you connect simple bindle blocks together so you have total control over your final image. So I'm gonna give you a quick tutorial on how to build a practical automated ad generator together, okay? So what are we gonna do is basically we're gonna take a raw picture of a sneaker taken on an iPhone. We're gonna remove the background. We're gonna use AI to place it in 3 different cinematic environments and fix the lighting automatically. So guys, as you can see, this is how the dashboard looks like. We're just gonna go and we're gonna create like a new file in here, okay? Now after you do this, you're gonna have this black canvas in here, which is an infinite canvas, okay? And we can start putting nodes in here, okay? So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to actually right click on the canvas, okay? Anywhere on the canvas really, okay? And I want you to just go to, this is gonna be the node menu, right? So everything you need is gonna leave here. So I'm just gonna go for import, okay? This is gonna allow us to import the files, just the images, okay? Just import and put it in here, okay? Anywhere in the canvas, really. Now you're basically just gonna, download your image, whatever image you want to use, and you can click in here to kinda upload it from your computer, okay? So I'm just gonna do that now. And as you can see, this is our raw sneaker, okay? So to use this as an ad, we need to cut out that messy table, okay? In Photoshop, you could use the pen tool, but in Weavy, we're gonna use a node, okay? So guys, we're just gonna right click in here again. And what you can do is you can look for a tool that is gonna be like basically matte in here, and you can select like a mask, okay? And you can kind of select the background on your own and hope for the best that is gonna extract the background. However, sometimes you're gonna be more lucky by actually clicking in here on the search bar and looking for the actual keyword that you want to do. In my case, is I want to remove the background. I'm just gonna say background, okay? As you can see, we have different nodes, but the one that is going to work the best is either this one or this one, okay? So here you can just drag it, okay? You can just drag this node in here to your canvas, okay? And this is perfect. Alright, now as you can see, we have these 2 nodes, and we have to kind of connect them. We're going to zoom out a little bit so it looks easier, okay? So I just want you to pay attention to this little green dot on your image node. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on it, I'm gonna hold it, and I'm gonna drag it to here. Okay, as you can see. So what you told the computer is take this image and send it to this tool, which is the background remover, okay? And now guys, you just have to click on run model, and after a couple seconds, look, we get our sneaker isolated. That's beautiful. We can download the image from here if we want to use it like that or something, so it's beautiful. Okay? This action alone spent 2 credits, and you can see the number of credits that you're spending in here. Okay, so that's beautiful as well. Now guys, we need a cool background for our sneaker, okay? So this is where we bring in the generative AI models. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drop a text input. I'm gonna look for text in here, and I'm just gonna drop it in here, okay? And now I'm gonna type a prompt, which is gonna be a neon, lit, cyberpunk, city street, raining, puddles, reflecting, purple, and red lights. Shallow depth of field. Okay, this is my description for the background basically. Now guys, you need an actual brain, okay, an actual AI brain. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna right click again. I'm gonna look for image model. I'm gonna click on generate for text or from text. And now we want to select a model, okay? You can select anything really, but for photorealism, Flash is gonna get pretty good, okay? So I'm just gonna select it actually, okay? So I'm gonna select, I don't know, Flash 2.0 Pro. I'm just gonna put it in here, okay? I'm just gonna swap them a little bit as you saw. I'm gonna put the text in here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drag this text node to the prompt in here. Okay, this is beautiful. And guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the model. Okay, I'm gonna run this, okay, so that you can see what's going on here. Okay. Whenever you run something, make sure that you're selecting the correct node so it doesn't run absolutely everything. Okay, so as you can see, I'm gonna spend 5 credits doing this, but that's okay for me. Now let's wait a little bit until it generates. As you can see, this is gonna take a little bit longer. Okay, but look, it looks absolutely beautiful. This is our, background. So guys, now we have our isolated sneaker on the top and our AI background. How are we gonna combine this is by using what is called a layered compositor node. Okay, so I'm just gonna go here and I'm just gonna look for a compositor. Okay, and I'm gonna drag it, as you can see. And now, well, it's actually very simple. Okay, it's gonna overlay both images. So I'm just gonna drag my background from this node in here. And I'm gonna drag my image from this node in here, as you can see. Now, you might be saying, okay, but this looks ugly because the sneaker is too big, and you're absolutely right. But what we can do is we can click on Edit, and you can kind of select each layer, for example, the sneaker, which is the one that is off-putting, and you can totally change the Y and X slider to kind of make it a little bit different, okay, to shrink it down or whatever, okay. And you can even use this like a mouse button to kind of shrink it down a little bit. As you can see, you can rotate it, you can change the opacity, you can do a lot of things in here, okay? So I think that's gonna do it because it's just like an example. I don't wanna make it perfect. Okay, so this is how it looks, okay? But as you can see, there's a glaring problem, even if I fix it. The lighting doesn't match, okay? This is the hardest part of AI design, okay? But Weavy has actually a built-in cheat code called the Relight node. So once again, I'm just gonna go to my search bar and I'm gonna look for Relight, okay? You can also look for it, but it's gonna be more complicated, so I use the search bar whenever possible. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm just gonna draw the output to the image node in here, okay, as you can see. And now Weavy AI is automatically going to calculate the 3D depth of our flat sheet sneaker. Okay. And we're basically going to click on draw. Of course, you have a lot of settings in here that you can use. Okay. But you have to try this on your own because you're going to spend some credits on doing this. But I'm just going to run it and see how it goes. Oh, and I forgot, but you need a text prompt. Okay. So I'm just going to drag another text prompt and I'm going to say, just something very simple, like match the lighting of the background with the sneaker. Okay, and I'm just gonna run it. And guys, as you can see, now we have a beautiful generated ad with matching lighting basically. Okay, it kind of hallucinated a little bit with the background, but you can fix that by fixing the prompt or by fixing the settings. Okay, so in the negative prompt you can add something like, hey, keep the original background. Okay, but yeah, as you can see, this is pretty good. And if you want to run the whole thing instead of running each node in the middle, you can just click on here, like select the whole thing, click on run selected, okay? And you're gonna do the whole thing in one step. Also, you can create like variations if you click on arrays, so you can use multiple text prompts and all that. So that's beautiful, guys, okay? So this is very complete. And because Weavy is part of the Figma ecosystem, your workflow doesn't end in the browser because you can even open it in the Figma desktop app. Okay, so that's beautiful. So guys, that's pretty much it. Now just build your first procedural AI design machine. And once you understand that nodes are just tools passing informations down a wire, the entire platform is gonna unlock for you. So, I hope that you can use it, and I hope that you like this tutorial. Please let us know how it goes, and if you can build something good, okay? Thank you so much.